I ain't much for garage sailing or for going into town, except at cattle shipping time, I ain't too easily found. But the day came when I had to go. I left the dogs with Ma, but before I left, she asked me, "Would you pick me up a bra?" So without thinking, I said, "Sure." How tough could that job be? Bent down, kissed her, and told her I'd be back by 3. Well, I'd done the things I needed, but I started to regret ever offering to buy that thing. I was working up quite a sweat. I walked into a ladies' yard sale, my hat pulled over my eyes. I didn't want to take a chance on being recognized. I walked up to the sales owner, but I didn't hem or haw. I told that lady straight out, "I'm here to buy a bra." From behind me, I heard some snickers. So I turned around to see every woman at that sale was a gawking right at me. "What kind would you be looking for?" Well, I just kind of scratched my head. I'd only seen one kind. I thought bras were bras, I said. Well, she gave me a disgusted look. "Well, sir, that's where you're wrong." "Follow me," I heard her say, and I tagged along just like a dog. She took me inside the garage where bras were on display. I thought my jaw would hit the floor when I saw all that lingerie. They had all these different styles that I'd never seen. I thought I'd go plumb crazy before I left that yard so green. They had bras you could wear for 18 hours. And bras that crossed your heart. There was bras that lift and separate. And that was just the start. They had bras to make you feel like you weren't wearing one at all. And bras you could train in, like when you're small. When I finally made up my mind, I picked a white and lacy one. I told the lady, "Bag it up." And I figured I was done. Then she asked me for the size. I didn't hesitate. I knew that measurement by heart. 6 7/8. 6 7/8, you say? That really isn't right. "Oh yes, ma'am, I'm real positive. I measured them last night." I thought she'd go into shock. Must have took her by surprise when I told her that my wife was the same as my hat size. That's what I used to measure with. I figured it was fair. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, ma'am. And that just drew another stare. By now, the crowd had gathered, and it was all cracking up. When the lady asked to see my hat, to measure for a cup. When she finally had it figured, I gave her her pay. Then when I turned to leave the sale, I tipped my hat and said, "Good day." My wife had heard the story before I ever made it home. She'd talked to 15 women who called her on her cell phone. She was still laughing, but I didn't care. Now she don't ask and I don't shop for women's underwear. I got that bra for $2, as you can plainly see, and I stand here in front of you with only a shred of my dignity. This was taking some liberties from Waddy Mitchell's cowboy poetry, "The Bra."